testing a coffee warmer. You mean his coffee mug was getting warm in the radar line over? Well, I hope he wasn't keeping his body warm that way.
222. Bozo Net, Bay Area, looking for check-ins, K6MYC.
This is Kilo 6, Whiskey India Sugar here.
Oh, good evening. Good evening, Paul, K6WIS. A little better conditions tonight than we had the other night. But you're doing good here, K6WIS, 637, K6MYC. How are you this evening?
Good evening, Mike. K6MYC and the group soon to come. This is K6WIS. Just commuted back from the Bay Area motorcycle, and it was nice and cool in the Bay Area, like in the 60s, but then the temperature got up to the mid-90s or maybe close to 100 once I was past Fairfield and Vacaville heading through the Sacramento Valley. So it was pretty sticky hot, and I was sweating over.
How can you sweat when you got a wind blowing on you?
Well, it keeps me cool, which is great, so when the traffic stops and gets clogged, like a parking lot on the freeway, then, so we going slowly between the cars, and then that gets really hot then.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, if you had traffic jams, I wonder why they had traffic jams on the freeway. I'm not remembering many serious traffic problems there between Vacaville and Sacramento, but they may be having a lot of traffic today for some reason. Anyway, you're sounding good, loud and clear, boy. Got a really good bounce path this evening. You're 5 and 5 easily here. So good to hear you. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6MYC. Do you got anybody else that's checked in with you so far?
W6PQL.
Hi, Jim.
Is KA6OSX and N1PPP, Kent and Dave respectively. Had a QSO with them earlier this evening, and you're good 5x7 signal, pretty good tonight. And I'm not pointed in the optimum direction for you. I'm pointed more towards the Bay Area, about 210 degrees right now. So back to you, Mike, K6WIS.
Yeah, Roger. Very good. But just a super signal, not a bit of fading. It's just rock solid in here. Fine on N1PPP and KA6OSX. Got them logged in, and we'll put them in the sheet here. Judy's not in the room yet, but I'm going to be able to remember 99% of everybody that checks in this evening. We do have Jim, W6PQL on frequency with a good signal, so Jim, pick it up, and then we'll take a standby and see who else might be around. A W6 Papa Queen London with K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. Well, I'm copying you very well, and also Paul. Paul's just a little bit weaker. You're almost 5 by 9 here, pointed directly at you. And warm here today also. It got up to 87. That's not too bad. It won't reach quite that much tomorrow and the next day. Cooling into Saturday, they forecast only 73. I hope it changes because my granddaughter's having her 11th birthday party over here, and we're hoping for warm weather for that. So anyway, everybody sounds good. Steve will not be here for the next 2 weeks, so I won't be looking for him on either 222 or 1296. He just won't be checking in because he's on vacation. So I'll be hanging around the whole time. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Okay, very good, Jim. Fine on Steve. Yeah, you mentioned that the other day. Did he say where he's going on vacation?
Well, he and his wife like to take trips on the motorcycle. He didn't say where, but I'm just guessing that's what he's doing. He was so weak that I couldn't really hold a conversation with him. And I didn't call him on the landline, over.
Yeah, no worries. I just was curious. We have a friend that just got back from Italy and had a relatively good experience in Italy. I mean, he got bored with it. He was on a tour bus, which is not exactly the best way to tour Italy. But if you have no other choice and you don't know anybody over there, that's the way you do it. But they did enjoy at least one of the cities. They went to Venice, which is a little island that's got canals everywhere instead of streets. Because basically the city's underwater, sort of. And it's interesting, the little island of Venice is sinking. It's probably because they have 40 million tourists there every year. 40 million. And Bill KO6KBD came up with one idea. He says, don't tell the tourists to go home, and then they won't have the island won't be sinking. And he had another comment. He says, with 40 million people, how do they all accommodate them all with bathrooms? Over.
Yeah, I know. Well, if that's Venice, it probably winds up in the canals. But yeah, my wife was over there. She's been gone for a couple of months. I'm not going to see her until the last week in July. She went on a cruise with a couple of her sisters, and they went through Italy. I don't think they made Venice, but they did go to Rome. They're all Catholics, so they wanted to, see the Vatican and stuff like that, and the Colosseum. So they did that routine. Had a pretty good time, I hear. So I talk to her every couple of days and kind of keep in touch that way. But anyway, she's got the good vacation. Although I'm not so sure it was all that good. 5 days at sea between Bermuda and the Azores. That's a lot of time to be at sea and have nothing to do but eat. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, sometimes some people don't think it's too bad to eat. As you get older, I get less and less interested in food. It's a necessity, and I do eat a couple of meals a day and maybe one little tiny snack in the midday, somewhere along the middle of the day or so. But otherwise, I've never been a connoisseur of food. My kid, Matt, is a wonderful cook, and he cooks some wonderful meals for us. So I get the benefit of that. But if left to my own devices, it's lean cuisine, baby. If it isn't done in 5 minutes, I'm not interested. Over.
Well, I know what you mean. I'm kind of getting tired of my own cooking, too. But I kind of cycle through things. I cook my own stuff here 4 days a week, and the other 3 days I kind of intersperse the going out to eat thing. Most of the time I just bring it back home. Today I had Olive Garden. I like the spaghetti and meatballs, and I just mix it up like that. But it goes something like this: trout, steak, salmon, chicken, and then eat out the other 3 days of the week somewhere. So that's how I'm managing it. Over.
Yeah, well, that's a good way to do it. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. I can do that. I can cook. I'm not incapable of it. I just don't have any interest in it. And we cook breakfast. I make I've piddled around with some interesting breakfasts that we're having now. Just simple little things, but real quick and real effective and real tasty. 1 egg in a cup. And I put the cup in there. I put a little slice of cheese on the bottom. I throw a little bit of bacon bits in there. And then I break an egg into the cup with a little dab of butter. And we put it in the microwave for 2 times 30 seconds. You don't want to cook it all at once at 1 minute because it boils over and pops and stuff. But if you cook it 30 seconds, rest it for about a minute, cook it another 30 seconds, it just comes out wonderful. I mean, you can also cook one more sequence. Judy likes it to be about 3 30-second periods or close, but I think I like my eggs softer. And you just put it on an English muffin, and you can eat it like a hamburger. It's wonderful. Anyway, that's a simple little breakfast, but really healthy and quick and dirty to fix and eat. So much for the cuisine part of the Bozo Net. W6PQL, okay, 6MYC, and we'll take a standby and see if there's anybody else here. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure they'll be along. Well, I had my granddaughter and my son over here a couple of days ago. I guess they came over on Saturday, and while they were here, they did swimming and so forth, and just neighbored with me. And she's going to be 11 she's going to be 11 tomorrow. That's her birthday, but we're having the party on Saturday. Anyway, she was bugging her dad to she wanted to cook some stuff at home. And I hate to see her dad discourage her from that, but I guess she makes a mess every time she does it, so they don't let her do it all the time. And I told her, well, you can cook over here with me if you want. And so I went and got her on Sunday about 10 o'clock, and she was over here until about 2:30. Well, what she wanted to do is bake bread. So we got out the bread machine so we didn't have to put things in a mixer and so forth, put all the ingredients in the bread machine and just let the bread make the dough. The bread machine make the dough. And then she made all kinds of Mickey Mouses and stuff like, how kids are. They make little small bread things like that, and 1 loaf of bread. But she did it all from memory. She didn't use the recipe, and of course it didn't taste all that good. It smelled great, but didn't taste all that good. Next time we'll use the recipe. Over.
Yeah, she probably forgot something like eggs or some other thing that would spiffy it up a little bit. Okay, very good. Well, I hope she has a good birthday party at your place and enjoys the pool, and hopefully the weather will warm up a little bit. I don't know. I don't think we're supposed to cool off here. I thought we were supposed to get hotter, but I haven't really paid much attention. It wasn't quite hot enough today. It was probably close, and we would have gone in the pool, but I was trying to work on a sprinkler. We were trying to find one sprinkler in the yard that I knew was there. We had a dry spot, and I couldn't figure out where the sprinkler was. And finally, we just resorted to turning on the system, and then Judy came out and walked around and saw this bubbling onto the ground. It was bubbling. Looked like maybe the sprinkler head had been broken off. Turned out the sprinkler head was covered up with roots and mud. It was 2 inches below the dirt. So it wasn't gushing up, but it was coming up through the dirt. She spotted it. Took me a half hour just to get it untangled from the roots, just so I could take the head of the sprinkler off and raise it 2 or 3 inches, so it's higher now. It's above the roots, and it can spray onto the lawn again. But 20 minutes of fighting roots just to get down 4 inches. It was unbelievably wood-bound. So much for that. Gardening and cuisine session is over. Let's see, who else is left here in the Bay Area for the Bozo Net? K6MYC with W6PQL and all. Oh, God, we bored him to death, Jim.
Oh, you missed Ed. He's in here.
I didn't hear Ed.
Oh, you doubled with him. Go ahead, Ed.
Here, Jim, JNN, Mikey.
No, I was listening for you. I did not hear Jim, but I heard N6RO. So we got you, Ken, N6 Radio Oscar, and WB6JNN. Hang on a second. Good evening, Ed, WA6AXX. You take it and see if you can turn it over to Jim. I may have to wiggle the antenna a little bit more for Jim. Something's something's changed at Jim's place, and sometimes he's consistently loud, like he was the other day on 2 meters. All the other bands are just in the tank. I guess part of the problem the other day was he was only running 20 watts or something, and he raised the power to 50, and it made quite a difference. And I've got my log taker in the shack now, so I'll download all that stuff to her. But let's get it over to you, Ed, and see if you're recovering in your house from all the upgrades and the remodeling. WA6AXX and the group K6MYC.
Yeah, very good, Mikey. Yeah, I'll turn it over to Jim when I'm done. So we drove back from LA today. We got back a couple hours ago. Had a great trip. High school graduation, and spent a lot of time with cousins. And then in LA, we saw Liz's friend of 54 years, the first day of college. So we visited her in Burbank, and then drove the rest of the way back. So other than that, that's about it. It went up to 79 today here, apparently. So I'll turn it over to Jim, WB6JNN, WA6AXX.
Yeah, Mike, can't you hear 7 watts? Good grief. I forgot to turn on the amplifier.
Yeah, no problem now, Jim. Good signal. Well, I might have been able to hear it, but it wasn't knocking me over by any means. Good evening, WB6JNN. Thanks, Ed. K6MYC. So did you fly at all over the weekend, over?
Yeah, I did a little bit of flying this morning. It was sort of a weird bouncing around going on, so I stopped. I was going to go out later in the day, but I never got around to it. Too many things going on in the house here. And did a lot of gardening this morning in the cool of the day, so we got all the weed whacking done and etc. So we are taking care of business. WB6 Janet.
Yeah, very good, very good. Okay. I'm just getting Judy caught up in the log here too, but fine on your flights and all. Got a little bit of time in there. Oh, it wasn't too windy, it sounds like. Let me just see. The next one would be WA6AXX. That's 773 Ed. And the next one is WB6JNN. That's Jim Eagleson. WB6JNN 285. Okay, and I guess that catches us up to right now. I think there may be one other. I'm not sure. Have we missed anybody over? What's that?
I have 7.
Yeah, so far, yeah. Now, that was from memory. Let's go into, we're missing Fred. I wonder where Fred is. He's always here on 222. How about it, Fred? KD6SOK, K6MYC. Did you wear yourself out over the weekend? Well, maybe he's working late tonight. Maybe he'll come in before. Oh, I know we got one more. Let me get up to Ken. Ken, I'm going to bump the antenna up your way, although I don't think I need to. That's N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO 835. Coming your way, Ken. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mike. N6RO here. Pretty warm today, about 93, I guess. And sort of recovering from a casual effort in the contest.
Casual effort in the contest. Yeah, well, I'm recovering from a lack of interest, casual effort. I was just busy with everything, and we had water problems here, and as we went into the weekend, so we were diddling with those a little bit. And then Frank got poison oak in his eyes and wasn't able to come down, and I had some radio problems and myriads of little things, nothing major. But we did have quite a bit of fun the last hour of the contest. That was the best part of the whole contest. What do you think?
Yeah, it was very productive here. I was mainly chasing multipliers. I didn't CQ all that much on, particularly on 6 meters. But it's pretty good multipliers on the UHF bands.
Yeah, very good. So I'm glad that the last minute you did hook up with KN6EIV down there in Charlie Mike 95. That's a tough grid, boy. There's not a lot of people down there, so I was glad that you made that contact. Over.
Yeah, right. That was a nice way to end it.
Okay, very good. All right, I'm going to go back into the Bay Area just for a moment and see if there's anybody left there. And, of course, we'll see you a little bit later on 6 meters, Ken. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC.
Roger. I'm off to cook the lamb chops.
Go get your lamb chops.
326.
Okay, and I hear 226 in here. WA6. OIB. Good evening, Ken.
Yeah, good evening, Ralph. WA6OIB, Ralph. Excuse me. Good evening, Mike. WA6OIB. I just finished working Ralph down below. A nice signal, good strong signal tonight. Also, I heard the 2-meter beacon on a little while ago down below, the KJ6KO beacon. So he's got that up and running. It was very loud, so I hadn't heard that for a while.
Yeah, okay, very good on the beacon. KJ6KO, that's up north, of course, and Charlie Mike 98, I think. Maybe 88.
See, I'm 88.
It's since 88, just a little north of 98. Okay. And you got Ken in there, and the next one would be... who was the next one? We just said it, and I forgot already. For heaven's sakes. Oh, Ralph, because I didn't hear him. That's why I couldn't remember. It's K6. TSK. Bozo number 3. And his name is Ralph. Okay, thanks, Ken. Good deal. And stick in if you can this evening. Good to hear you. WA6OS, WA6OIB, K6MYC, back into the Bay Area.
Okay, Okay, I'll be here for a bit.
Okay, I'm going to look for KW6S and or KD6SOK. KD6SOK or KW6S. Either one of you guys here yet? K6MYC. Okay, nothing heard from Tom yet. KW6 Sugar, KW6S, K6MYC, Tom. Okay, and we still aren't getting anything from Fred. KD6SOK, Fred, are you there? Nothing heard from Fred. Okay, is there anybody else in the Bay Area before we go on up to Sacramento? Okay, 6MYC. Yeah, I don't think I'm hearing anybody else, so we're going to head for Sacramento. I already have the Clear Lake people, courtesy of Paul, K6 Whiskey India Sugar, so here we come towards Sacramento. Okay, let's see if we can hear you tonight, Darren. KJ6KFB. KJ6KFB. K6MYC, Darren. Okay, no Darren. Let me go a little further north for Bill. KO6KD. Kilo Oscar 6 Kilo Delta. K6MYC. Bill. KO6KD, KO6KD, K6MYC, over. Okay, nothing heard there. That's a shame, because I thought we'd have Bill in here on 220. I talked to him this morning on 40. And he thought everything was working. There wasn't any problem with anything, and he overslept this morning to get 40, and he missed the net. He overslept or forgot about the evening get-together on Saturday night for the contest, and by the time he got awake and up, it was past the 2:20 time, and we were into 1296, so we missed him there as well. One last call for you, Bill, and we'll come back towards Sacramento after we go to the Nevada boys. KO6KD or KJ6KFB or anybody else that's hearing the sound of my voice. K6MYC Bozo 222. All quiet. Okay, we're going to Sacramento. I'm sorry, we're going to we're going to Nevada. I'll be all right. Nevada. Okay, here we are in Nevada. I worked Larry this, I guess yesterday, right at the end of the day, on 6 meters. I think I worked Larry this, and on 2 meters I got him as well. Larry, how are you doing? N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, K6MYC. Larry? I think everybody's worn out from the contest, ha. All right, over to you, Daniel. Let's see. You're the most reliable one we have here. KE7UQL, Kilo Echo 7, Uniform Quebec London. KE7UQL, K6MYC, over.
Roger, this is 272, KE7UQL. Hello there, Mike.
Yeah, good signal. And surprised we're not hearing Larry in there. We have, Judy, we have KE7UQL. That's 272. And that's Daniel, of course. Good signal, Daniel. Good to work you on all the bands. I think we got everything that you had up there. Sooner or later, we finally made it. It was good to hear you, and thank you very much for your participation. You were one of the very few Bozo members that were really, really reliable. KE7UQL, K6MYC, over.
Roger, Roger. I consider that a medal, receiving a medal for bravery in the contest and participating on all bands. And things are busy up here with Jeff, KE6ILX, floating around. Over.
Yeah, I'm sure that helped. It's nice to have a mobile floater or a rover that's floating around and stirring up activity and keeping the antennas pointed in your direction. So I'm glad you were able to take advantage of that, and I guess Jeff had some fun as well. I missed him on 432. I tried, but we just didn't time it right. But and then of course, the EME system was funny. My EME system worked you right away on 2 meters. I worked you, and then after that, the system went dead. I could hear everybody because I have a separate preamp that runs a separate piece of coax back to the shack. So the array was working fine, but something wrong in the feed line going to the antenna on transmit just left me with no power output. So that's why I had to go to the barn, and when I did that, it made it very difficult to get on 432 quickly. I could do it from the barn, but I didn't seem to have any takers at that point, and we got close to the end of the contest, and there was still a lot of activity on 2. So I just stayed with 2 meters, Daniel. Anyway, a lot of fun the last hour of the contest. KE7UQL, and you can tell me if you've heard Larry yet, K6MYC.
Okay, the path is down a little bit at this time. The path is down, but Roger, Murphy's Law is that whatever can go wrong will go wrong in the middle of a contest. And no, I haven't heard Larry yet today. This is really the first time I've been on the radio here for just about 5 or 10 minutes. This is KE7UQL. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, well, let me give Larry a call, and of course, I'm ready to go. I'm going to go back to Sacramento because we missed 2 people in Sacramento. Nobody checked in. I might go back to the Bay Area quickly, but I will be pointed toward you guys on 6 meters. If you run across Larry, tell me I'll see him at about 8:15. Just about 8:15 in about 15 minutes from now. So we'll catch him in a few minutes there. I got a chair that's decided it's going to make cracks, so if you hear big pops, that's the chair I'm sitting in here. Anyway, let me see. Larry, I wonder if you're there. N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC. N7WT, K6MYC. Okay, Daniel, if he does pop up, tell him I'll come back. I can come back and get him. I'll leave 220 on in this direction or near this direction. But I'm going to go to Sacramento and then back to the Bay Area because we missed a couple of regulars there. And then we'll go over to 6 meters at about 8:15. KE7UQL, K6MYC, 73 for now.
Roger, Roger. I'll give Larry directions. I'll stand by this one and listen for him for a while. Mike, thanks for the contacts in the contest. This is KE7UQL 73.
I wish we had the conditions that we have right now. I wish we're on over the weekend because you're the best I've ever heard you. That was a very strong transmission, Daniel. Thank you. And I'll come back in a couple of minutes and try for Larry one more time. See ya. KE7UQL, K6MYC with a pause for N7WT and then heading towards Sacramento. KO6KD, Kilo Oscar 6 Kilo Delta, KO6KD. KO6KD, K6MYC, calling and listening. KJ6KFB, KJ6KFB, how about you, Daniel? Any chance we're going to catch you in here tonight? KJ6KFB, KJ6KFB, K6MYC, calling and listening. Okay, nothing heard in Sacramento. I don't know what happened to Sacramento. They fall off the map. Let me go back down here to KW6S. KW6S, KW6S. Tom, are you there? K6MYC.
K6MYC, KW6S. Good evening, Mike.
Yeah, not real strong, but we got you. KW6S, I may have overshot you. KW6S 610, K6MYC. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. It looks like the amp is pumping up there like it should. During the contest, I lost my 2-meter amp, so I'll have to do some repair on it. But I think you'll be able to accept my signal on Wednesday night anyway at 100 watts. So, yeah, the contest was not fun, but got through it okay.
It was a drag because there was so little participation most of the time. We were on that Saturday night, but even on Saturday night, I thought the participation was very low. All things considered, I could work more people on 222 and 1296 on a net night than I only got 1/3 or 1/2 of the normal number in the contest that I could work on any night in the net on 222 and 1296. Go figure, over.
Hello, Tom.
Yeah, I think I heard a quick jump in of a WA60IB there. Tried working you, Ken, on FT8, and it never seemed to work out for some reason. Anyway, yeah, I had a lot of problems with FT8 on 6 meters. We'd get halfway through a contact, and the sporadic E was just a little too sporadic, and then the signal was gone. And they wouldn't be back for maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Anyway, K6MYC, WA60IB, KW6S.
Okay. Yeah, fine, Tom. KW6S, any comments for you, Ken?
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, Tom. Yeah, WA60IB. What band was that? I was only on FT8 for just a real brief, just to give Aaron some he wanted to get us some points, so I got on there for him. Were you on there?
Yeah, I actually worked Aaron on 3 bands FT8, including 432. Yeah, and you answered me, and we never completed.
Oh, you lost the amp.
Yeah, interesting. Well, I have to go back and look at the stuff now. I may have clicked on you. I think I saw your call up there, and I guess when I clicked on you, it automatically started to work you. But what didn't you get?
Oh, I only got your response that you called me back, and then we never were able to get the grid transferred.
Okay, well, sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. But I talked to Aaron. I worked him. He wanted me to jump on there and do that. So, and I think I saw you, and I may have clicked on you, and it started to work you, and then it quit for some reason. Oh well, sorry about that.
The cool thing with Aaron was he asked me to go to 432. No one had ever asked me that before, so I realized I didn't know how to answer. So I went to 432 and discovered it didn't work. So it took me a few minutes to get it to work, and then I went back and found Aaron on 6 meters and sent the message 432 ? And there he was.
Well, good. All right. Very good. Yeah, I've got it. I don't have it on 432 either because it's on the other side over here. I've got it on 6 and 220 and on HF, and that's it. I don't have 2 meters or 432. It's on a different radio, and I don't have that hooked up to the computer.
Yeah, well, I've got 2 of my 3 radios are hooked up on to be able to do that, but and the third one will come along, the 9700 will too. Anyway, it was not a fun contest, but I hung with it anyway. AW6S.
Okay. Very good. and I'm going to quickly listen for KD6SOK 73, and we'll see you on 6 meters in a few minutes. I'm just about ready to go to 6. I'm pointed toward Nevada, and I heard CW in there, so I think Larry's there or Richard. I'll see you on 6 meters, Ken. Let me just go up a little bit here and see if KD6SOK. Fred, are you on frequency yet? KD6SOK, over. Nope, for nothing from Fred. Okay, I guess that's it for a 222 tonight. I'm going to go to Sacramento one more time here and see if we can get KJ6 KFB, KJ6 KFB, K6MYC. Darren? Okay, nothing from Darren. How about Bill? KO6KD, Kilo Oscar 6, Kilo Delta, K6MYC. Bill? Okay, nothing heard from Bill either. I guess that's it for the net. Good night, all, and we're going to go over on 50.140 on 6 meters. Here we go, K6MYC.
Towards this valley somewhere, but thought about it. Okay, I'll let you go. Go ahead and go over the net. WA6HNA, WA6LOL, clear.
I hear some voices on here, but I haven't heard any calls yet, but I just turned the audio up. K6MYC looking north.
Yeah, Dave was in there. WA6OIB, 226 is here.
Number 249.
I hear 249. Also, Richard, hang on a second. I got to get the log sheet filled out here. Just 1 sec.
Oh, I can. WA6LOL.
I hear you, Dave.
Hi, Mike.
Hi there. Richard, have you heard Larry yet?
I have not, but I just turned on the 220. I'll give him a call over there and see if he's there.
Yeah, wake him up. I've got 220. He's still in your direction, so I could go quickly to 220 if he would come up there and give us a contact, over.
Yeah, Roger, stand by. No response from either Dale or Larry on 220 FM.
Okay.
That probably means he's not out on the jack yet.
Well, it's going to be too late here in a minute.
Yeah, Roger. Well, guys, I want to thank you for coming on at the end of the contest and giving me the DM07 contact. I needed that green square, and I hadn't gotten it all day long.
I got Ken in here. I got LOL in here. Good evening, Dave. And I've got Richard in here, and those are logged. Now, let's see. Who else do we have? Is there anybody else in the Nevada area? Kilowatt 6, Mike Yankee Charlie, Bozo Net.
Are you out here, Daniel? Not hearing anybody else up here, Mike. KD6BQ.
Yeah, well, Daniel was here on 222, but I don't think he has much of a system. He's got a dipole at 6 feet above the ground or something on 6, so he probably doesn't even bother to get on 6, over.
Okay, that might explain it.
I wonder if I'm not getting a loose connection here on 6. I'm getting intermittent noise. Would you give me another transmission, Richard, about 15 seconds?
Yep. 249, located in Delta Mike 09er in Washoe Valley, Nevada. So maybe that's enough of a time for you to check it out. So we'll send it back to you, K6MYC, KD6BQ, over.
Okay, well, I was steady that time, but at the beginning it didn't come back at all to receive. The receive open didn't even come back. So I don't know whether I got a radio problem or an antenna problem. I guess we'll have to wait and see as we go around here. Anyway, thank you, Richard. Very nice signal from you on 6, considering you're not running smoke up there, over.
Yeah, we're only 500 watts, so it's not kilowatts. It does okay. But again, thanks for picking me up there near the end of the contest to give me that DM07 grid, which I needed, over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, we had quite a few in DM07, but some of them were not easy to work. You could have worked Rob KM6SRR, but KM6SRR, but he was intermittent in the contest. I think he was distracted with a lot of other things. He had a lot of things he was trying to get done in the yard and stuff. Anyway, I got something going intermittent here on me, so I may miss a little bit tonight, guys. And so if I have help here, it would be appreciated. Ken, maybe you'll catch it. I know you're not seeing what I'm seeing. Just occasionally I let go of the mic and there's no audio. There's audio, but there's no noise coming from any source.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I can stay a few more minutes.
Yeah, okay. I thought I thought Frank might be in here. Frank's got poison oak in both eyes, so he's probably in the house resting his eyes. He's going through periods where he has to lay down with ice packs on his eyes and then get up and stuff, so it's inconvenient to get on the radio. Okay, Richard 73, and we'll see you tomorrow, or we'll see you, I guess, Wednesday. We'll see you Wednesday on 2 meters. Look forward to that. 73 for now, and thank you again for your participation in the contest. It was good to have you up there, and I'm glad we were able to help you out with some of the stuff that was going on here. KD6BQ, K6MYC, clear, and anybody else before we go toward Sacramento?
K6USY 1079.
Okay, good evening, Aaron. K6USY 1079, and his faithful partner, K6ZKA 1100, Brittany, K6ZKA Brittany. Okay. Good evening, Aaron. Uh-oh. No receive. Ken, can you hear me on transmit?
KM6SR, I hear you, Mike. Yeah, I can't hear him here at that place. Yeah, Mike says I'm not putting out a lot of power. I can run into smoke, so how am I sounding to you, Ken, over? Oh, you're sounding great. It's Mike we can't hear. Yeah, you're 40 over here. Roger, thank you. WA6OIB, KM6SR.
Well, now it's working.
K6USY, KM6SRR. Aaron, on the stream, I still see the 222 up on there, over. Well, I clicked on it when it was 222. Did it automatically change to 6, or do I have to redo it again?
Here's 6994, Ben.
Hi, Jim, Ben, WV6GBS, KM6SR. We got you checked in there. Mike's having radio problems, over.
Okay, very good. Well, you're sounding good anyway there. I guess my voice messed up there for a bit. Okay, thanks.
Howdy, Ben, W6OIB.
You're always good. Hi.
Yeah, you're taking my meter here, too. We're too close. All right. Well, good to see you on here. WA6OIB standing by. Hey, Rob, I'm hearing something in there. Is that Mike trying to get out?
Well, I was hearing it too, but I couldn't quite make it out there. I got the stream. I redid the stream again, and now I see, like Aaron was saying, I see his main on 7.137, and then I see his sub at 50.140, over.
What radio are you controlling for that up there? Oh, the FTDX 101. Yeah, he's got it in the wrong mode or something there. Interesting. Well, somebody's in there, and I just can't make it out. Is that you up there, Dave? Oh, WA6LOL, WA6OIB. You're just not your normal self. Oh, that's a lot better. Yeah, you're up to 5.7 now. You're at 5.1, and the noise level here is 5.2. My theory is he pushed a button, got on the wrong band, and then he started working with cables instead of putting the thing back. Aaron put the thing back for him, but he may be juggling cables around. He may have got something loose there.
No, I'm in the barn now. I'm operating from the barn. I've got an open coax cable somewhere going to the antenna on the hill, so I'm in the barn, K6MYC.
Okay, he's out with the cows now, in the barn there, WA6OIB. Well, that's no good.
Okay, I'm going to rotate my antenna. I don't know where I'm pointed right now. I'm going to go towards Sacramento. We've already got Nevada. Stand by a second. Somebody on CW. Who is that?
I heard K86BQ there again, WA60IB.
I heard Richard there give us a 73. 73, Richard, if you still can hear me. Hey, I'm now towards Sacramento. K6MYC Bozo Net. Sorry for the interruption. Guys, we lost it right in the middle of that second antenna that's